Mustard seed faith. Mustard seed faith is a concept that originates from Jesus' teaching in the Bible. In Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, Jesus says, "Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, 'Move from here to there,' and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you." A mustard seed is one of the smallest seeds, and yet when it grows, it becomes a large and sturdy plant. Jesus used this analogy to illustrate that even a small amount of faith, if placed in God, can have powerful and transformative results. Mustard seed faith involves a deep trust in God's power, goodness, and faithfulness, even in the situation that seems impossible to overcome. It is the belief that God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we can ask or imagine. This type of faith acknowledges our own limitations and weaknesses, but places the focus on God's greatness and unlimited ability to work in and through our life. It requires surrendering control and rely completely on God's guidance, provision, and timing. Mustard seed faith also involves taking bold and courageous steps of obedience and action, even when circumstances may seem uncertain or intimidating. It is not just passive belief, but active trust and partnership with God. As we exercise mustard seed faith, we may see God perform miracles, overcome obstacles, and bring about transformation in our life and the life of others. For example, the woman with the issue of blood in Mark chapter 5, verse 25 to 34. There was a woman who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years. She had heard about Jesus and believed that if she could just touch his clothes, she would be healed. With great faith, she pressed through the crowd and touched his clothes, and immediately her bleeding stopped. Jesus commended her for her faith, saying, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be free from your suffering." Another example is the centurion man. In Matthew chapter 8, verse 5 to 13, a centurion approached Jesus, asking him to heal a servant who was paralyzed and in great pain. The centurion displayed remarkable faith, saying, "Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof, but just say the word, and my servant will be healed." Jesus marveled at this man's faith and declared that it would be done just as he believed. The servant was healed in that very hour. Another example is Jairus in Mark chapter 5, verse 22 to 34. And verse 35 to 43. Jairus, a synagogue leader, came to Jesus and begged him to come and heal his dying daughter. As they were on the way to Jairus' house, messenger arrived saying that the girl had already died. But Jesus assured Jairus, "Don't be afraid, just believe." When they reached the house, Jesus took the girl's hand and said, "Little girl, I say to you, get up." Immediately she arose from death and walked. This example demonstrates the power and impact of mustard seed faith. It is a faith that takes action,